Hey, how's it going, guys? So we've glitched out of Shangri-La in theatre mode, so we're going to do a lot of exploring. So first things first, we're going to go into the temple, we're going to take a look at the focusing stone. It should be on the Richterfin's altar. It was there in the original, so yep, there it is, just sitting there the whole time. So if you could glitch behind that pack punch, or I guess actually no-clip and get your body behind that wall, I think you'd be able to pick that up, like without even doing the egg. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you'd have to do the egg to kind of like trigger some things, but then behind it, you've kind of got like, this part's always weirded me out because it's all Colosseum-like. It's very man-made like I know the temples are obviously man-made, but I don't know, just those parts have always just stuck out to me. Then you got this path here, it obviously goes off into the abyss. Nothing up here. Then we make our way along the side here. You've got like, you know, a bit of debris, a bit of random buildings. We'll go close up to the bear trap. The one that Sally set up, apparently. I was hoping you'd be able to find her just sneaking off in the bush back here. I think that would have been a great little Easter egg. But yeah, you know, you got like little buildings and shit back here. You got this path that comes from like down over here. Goes all the way up here, and it's amazing how much detail they do. And I mean, all the way back here, you've even got these parts, these rooms here, but I think it's just more that they copy-pasted them because it's like one big thing. And then you got these mountains back here. These are not the Shangri-La mountains that everyone talks about. Those are the ones back there. But I mean, actually looking around the skybox, like they've actually got mountains going around now, which is actually pretty awesome. I don't really recognize what level it's from. It's actually, it seems familiar, but I don't know if it's from a multiplayer level or if it's from a campaign level. Now you can see these rocks are red, and I did say something about it on Narctor and Totem, but you guys were saying it was something about how they look in mod tools, how like it looks without putting on any lights or textures or whatever. So yeah, that when we move back, it just changes. So yeah, that answers that question in Narced. I thought it was a little weird though, but nah, it makes sense now. We've got this temple over here where there's windows. I think this is where the zombies maybe come out, you know, through here. Or maybe it's just empty, just for looks. You know, there's nothing in here. And then going over behind spawn, it's the same deal. Like there's nothing here. But there is another temple, same deal. Nothing in here. But it's such a like a cool aesthetic look to the place. It really is. And then of course we have the waterfall over here up on top. It's very blue green looking. And then behind it there's nothing. Just drops off into the abyss. What's interesting though is like these walls. They go for such a long way, and it was like that in Shinonuma as well. I don't know why they do walls like that. Like, they just tend to go off for quite a while, even though you can't see them or get to them. Now, over this side, as you start going underground towards the waterfall, you got nothing over here, just kind of like a big open path. You've got these temples, you know, there's not much to them. I think, yeah, there's little openings and stuff, but there's nothing in here. This one over here, I've always liked this one because it's, you look through the window and you're looking over here and it's like, oh, are there any secrets in this one? I'm pretty sure there isn't though. There's not much here. And then we have this part over here. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if this part existed or not, like this fallen tree or whatever. But it's still cool looking. You got a temple over here. Nothing in there. It's just a wall. Up on top. Again, there's nothing behind it. But then we go over here, across the tree. And yeah, you've got all this kind of stuff over here. Even got a path going up over here. Somewhat of a path anyway. You know, going to those areas again. Alright, so underneath the map, behind the power room, there are 4 teleporter boxes. Which is really weird. I mean, there's no teleporting in Shangri-La. I mean, you do, there is the eclipse of course, but you don't go, like, you don't get an animation. They're a bit more skinny than usual. I know at the start of the map when you spawn in, you kind of hear a teleporter sound, but I don't think there's an animation for it. Now we can look inside of it due to dolly cam Alright, so we're going through it now. There's nothing inside it. It's not complete black like I thought it would be. But there's no animations or anything, which is really surprising. So I'm just wondering why. I mean, I'm fairly sure there were no teleporter boxes out of the map in the original version. So why would they put them in this version? Now, as we follow the waterfall flow, it goes all the way down here. And they even have like a giant kind of rock coming down here. And you know, you got a river down here, you got some fallen pine trees. You know, we follow it down. I don't think it's solid. Nah, so if you got down here, you wouldn't be able to run on it. But I like how expansive it is. It doesn't look as detailed as the original version. I don't know, I feel like there were more trees. Or it was just a little bit bigger. But yeah, it goes all the way over here, and then that's it. It just stops. So while we're here, we're going to go all the way to the Shangri-La Mountains. Now, those are infamous because a lot of the Treyarch devs, especially Jimmy Z, kind of hyped them up. They're rumored to be like Mars. It's, you know, a pretty decisive subject though. But yeah, I mean, they're very far away and they're modeled, like, particularly well. So it's pretty interesting nonetheless. And I think I remember a rumor going around that like, oh, the texture for this, in the original version at least, was like an image taken off Google, straight from Mars or something like that. But no, the thing is, those mountains over there are completely different to the mountains over here. So I'm just going to say it, there's something about them. Maybe not Mars, maybe it is Mars, I don't know. But you can't deny there's something off about them, especially with those mountains now over there. Alright, so we're going to see up close the rocket monkeys. We're going to see where this monkey goes. So it jumps in here. It is... well, I think it's already gone. So we go straight up. Oh, there it goes. We're going to see it start off. It's just a fire effect again. Just another bloody fire effect. There's no, like, physical rocket or anything. Unfortunately. But, like, you know, we still don't know why. Why does that happen? Alright, so now that we're in Eclipse mode, we got the giant 115 focusing stone up here. And I was thinking, oh, what if they just kind of copied over Shinanuma's one? But I'm pretty sure it's actually a bit different. You know, Shinanuma's one didn't have really the lines or the rings on it. This one, you can kind of find them, well, a bit more, like, everywhere. I guess because it's been untouched, so that would make sense. But no, it looks awesome. And then the moon up here, I've been up to this moon before. And, you know, the first thing I thought was like, oh yeah, I'll go up to the 2D texture, take a look at it. No guys, it is actually a 3D object. Look at it. And I mean, looking at it now, you cannot tell me it's it's the moon from Earth. And oh yeah, so it pretty much is flipped the skybox, like the original moon. You got the sky down there, you've got like the mountains upside down. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, this rock is yeah, it's a 3D object. You got light behind it, and yeah, it's surprising because I didn't think it was a 3D object. And I mean, if it was the moon, I'm pretty sure they'd make it a 2D object. With how irregular this is. And the thing is, in the original Shangri-La, they just reused the moon texture from Doris. This time it's a fully 3D object with a hollow inside that's completely blue. But nah, you can't tell me that's the moon because look how fucking irregular it is. But I love it. It's so cool. It's just floating there, and it's like, oh, what if that meteor just kind of crashed into the ground? I think it's I think people are saying it's like one of Mars's moons or something. All I know is it's not Earth's moon. Like, that's not our moon. Now, there was something I was trying to look for, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's there. In the original Shangri-La, in the skybox over there, there was an irregular shaped rock. It was something floating in the sky, just in the skybox, and now it's not there anymore. But we do have that irregular shape over there, so maybe that's what it is, what it was meant to be. Yeah, unfortunately it's not there. I wish it was. But yeah, it's so cool, regardless. Now we're at the Shane Mountains again. It is really hard to see because it's gone all fog-like. It's just a random effect that happens. But yeah, I don't think anything's changed with it. It looks fairly the same. No glowing rocks or anything that's been added, as far as I can tell. But no, it still all kind of looks the same. There we go. Getting upwards, it looks better. But no, it's you can see that 3D moon there. Alright guys, so that's it for Shangri-La. I guess the most notable things were the 3D moon. Whatever it is, you know. It was a 2D texture last time, now it's 3D. And, you know, then those teleporter boxes. You know, I've got no idea what those are for. But, like, I'd say those were, like, the most, like, oh, what does that mean? And then, of course, the monkey rocket, but no one knows what the fuck that is. You've got the mountains over there, but... yeah, so all we have left is Origins. And then that wraps up the NoClip series, which I'm kind of happy to do, because it's kind of annoying just doing this the whole time. Like, I enjoy it, but I'd like to get back to my other content. So that should hopefully be out within a couple of days. Until then, guys, I will catch you all later. Cheers.